In this lesson, you're going to be asked to create a podcast using Audacity. Now, this is the main screen of Audacity where I have imported several things in here. I've got the sound of a bomb siren. I've got something that's a message that says, "We interrupt this message." What else do I have in here? I've got a little bit of talking. I've got something from Napoleon Dynamite and South Park, some little voiceover clips. I've got some background music in here, and I've got me talking towards the end over here on the right. Now, all I've done is imported each one of these tracks and hit the double-headed arrow, which is your time shift tool, and I can move them wherever I want along the time here. If you look up at the top, those are your seconds. So you can import things and drag them where you want them to be. And then you just simply go plus or minus for the volume, make them loud or soft. You want to make sure that you can hear your voice over the music. And if you'd like to, you can add an effect to it. That's really all we're doing in Audacity. So I just want to show you a few of those things. If we click the I-beam here, which is the selection tool, you can highlight things. So let's say the bomb siren I wanted to add an effect to. I would go up to effect, and I can do a lot of things. I can amplify, I can change the pitch and the speed of it, and this is particularly helpful when you want to change your voice. If you want to make it higher or lower, then you change the pitch of your voice. If you want your music to fade out, there's a fade out and a fade in option here. So whatever you want to do with these little clips that you import, if you highlight it and go to effect, you can do those things here. Now, to import a piece of audio, you go to File, Import Audio, and then you just go pick your file. And there's everything that I've used in this podcast. So there's the Bow to Your Sensei, there's the South Park clip, that's the background music, and this is the actual end result as an MP3. There's the Napoleon Dynamite Lucky saying, there's the TV static, and there is the saying, "We interrupt this program to bring you blah, blah, blah." So all of these have been imported, and I've drugged them where they need to be. So how do you get these? Well, if you look on mrlewisprojects.weebly.com, I've given you a link to a page, and actually let's start with this before I tell you how to find these. A page that tells you all about podcasting, when and why to use music. It even gives you a little script here, and actually this is the script that I used to talk. You're listening to blank podcast, episode blank. Today we're talking about blah, blah, blah. And it tells you how to do some transitions, how to add a tease, everything you need to know about podcasting. And if you've heard podcasting before, excuse me, if you've heard podcasts before, then you've seen people do these type of transitions. That brings us to the end of the show. And that's it for the show right now. If you have any comments, you can contact us at blah, blah, blah. So if you don't know what to say, this is a great page to help you out. So what we're going to be asking you to do, again, is create a 2-minute podcast, but we don't want you to freestyle it. We actually want you to write a script. So that's what you're going to do in this first class. You're going to bring in some clips. You're going to drag them around and mess with the volume and the effects so you get a nice intro, and then you're going to type a script of something that you and your partner would say for 2 minutes. All right, sounds pretty easy, huh? So the last component, I'm going to go to Google, excuse me, and I'm going to look up, I don't know, free movie MP3. So if I want, excuse me, there we go. If I want to do the Napoleon Dynamite stuff, I'll put the word free. It's imperative that you put the word free, and then you put MP3 behind it, and then you just look and see what it gives you. And you'll see there's all types of places that you can go to get free types of MP3s. Let's say you wanted a free siren sound, like I had. Put the word free siren MP3. I'm just going to open one of these. This one is Sound Bible, which is very easy to use. On Sound Bible, you just listen to these, and when you find one that you want, you click on it. So let's take a listen. That's the one that I used. So, and it gives you the choice of a WAV or MP3. When we're given those choices, we always want to choose MP3. So I just right-click, save target as, and look down here. As long as it doesn't say HTML, then you're good. I'm saving it in an MP3 or a WAV format. If it says HTML, that just means you're trying to save the web page, and we don't want that. We want the actual sound. So go make yourself a folder, put all of your sounds in there. Go back to Audacity and click record, and you'll have all of your sounds and your voice on separate tracks, and you can drag them around. So let's go back into Audacity one last time. As you can see, what comes first? We interrupt this program is here. Let me zoom out by going up here to the minus sign and scrolling down. Where's the static? Static is in here somewhere. Right here where it says TV static, that's the first thing. And then it says we interrupt this program. And then the song Kalimba comes in. right? If you keep scrolling through here, you can see the order that things appear. There's the bomb siren all the way up at the top. There's the word lucky right there. The South Park phrase is in here somewhere, and there's me talking towards the end there. So if you put all these on top of each other, and then you go to your music and just highlight the last few seconds, again, we said there's a fade out here. It'll automatically slowly fade it out into nothing, and that's what you want. You want to be talking, and then towards the end of what you're saying, your music fades out, and then you get into the actual podcast. So give it a go. Let me know if you have any questions. Have a lot of fun with it. Again, if you're just looking up with the word free, putting MP3 there and put your subject in the middle of it, if you do that in a search engine, you're going to find millions of places that have cool background music for podcasts. And you might even type that in, free background music for podcasts. You'll find all sorts of things that you can use.